About 4 months ago, we did a comparison review between two hybrids, the Honda Fit hybrid versus the Nissan Note e-Power. They are both hybrids, but they work differently in the sense that the Nissan Note e-Power is a series hybrid, while the Honda Fit hybrid is a parallel hybrid. And at the end of that particular video, it was quite easy to see that the Nissan Note e-Power was actually a better car and also a good value proposition that seemed like it was going to unsettle the sales of the Honda Fit hybrid. Time will tell how that will turn out, but today, courtesy of demand, we are going to be comparing two hybrids yet again, a series hybrid versus a parallel hybrid. The series hybrid is still the Nissan Note e-Power, while the parallel hybrid this time is the Toyota Aqua, the 2016 models. Which one deserves your hard-earned cash, especially in these times when fuel prices are above the ceiling? Stay tuned to find out, and do also consider subscribing to the channel for more informative content on cars as well as bikes. Welcome to IK Auto Reviews. So what is meant by series hybrid in the Nissan Note e-Power is that the engine does not drive the wheels. In fact, there's no direct connection between the engine and the wheels. The wheels are instead powered by the electric motor, which is powered by the batteries, which are charged by the engine. Parallel hybrid, on the other hand, means that both the engine and electric motor work in tandem to power the wheels. At low speeds, the electric motor will solely power up the wheels, but as soon as you press harder on the accelerator to get more power, the engine will kick in, and at times when even more power is needed, both will work in tandem to give the much needed power, especially when overtaking or going up steep inclines. So generally, both are hybrids, but their operation is a bit different. The 2016 Nissan Note e-Power was introduced in November 2016, but it belongs to the second generation Nissan Note, which was in production from 2012 till around 2020. The 2016 Toyota Aqua, on the other hand, is the first generation, which was in production from 2011 till 2020. Toyota was very early into the game, courtesy of the Prius. So in terms of hybrid technology and expertise, they are ahead of the competition, and that's why people feel a bit more confident when it comes to Toyota hybrids compared to those of the competitors. So straight away, let's begin with the prices of these hybrids. A 2016 Nissan Note e-Power will set you back between 1.25 to around 1.35 million shillings, depending on the trim level. This is one hybrid that really offers good value for money. It's more affordable than the Fit hybrid, yet still offers quite a lot of features. Now, comparing it to the Toyota Aqua, they cost almost the same, but the upper trim levels of the Toyota Aqua are a bit more expensive, topping out at around 1.5 to 1.6 million, but the starting price is roughly around 1.2 million, which is more or less the same to the starting price of the Nissan Note e-Power. So essentially, the Toyota Aqua is just slightly more expensive if you consider the upper trim variants, but still, it doesn't offer the best value for money because of aspects such as a very limited interior space. Compare it to the very spacious Note e-Power, and I bet you'll agree with me. As for the engine options, the Note e-Power comes with a 1200cc 3-cylinder engine, and as I said earlier, this engine does not drive the wheels. It instead charges the batteries, which power up the electric motor. Then it's now the electric motor that drives the wheels, and power is transmitted to the wheels via a constant single-speed transmission. This is not a typical transmission like the dual-clutch transmission in the Fit hybrid or the ECVT in the Toyota Aqua, but it has the advantage of delivering instantaneous torque. So off the line, this car is very fast, faster than both the Fit hybrid and the Toyota Aqua. There are no delays whatsoever. Now, this is a very intelligent system, and I reckon it will be reliable because the 1200cc 3-cylinder is the same one that is used in the conventional Nissan Notes, but it's ultimately time that will tell how reliable the entire hybrid system plus the constant single speed will be. In terms of the driving, this car provides a very silent experience unless and until you press hard on the accelerator to get more power. At such a time, the engine will now rev high to supply more charge to the batteries. Something else to take note of is the one pedal drive feature that will enable the car to slow down and almost come to a complete stop the moment you lift your foot from the accelerator. This also ensures that the brake pads will last longer because of the infrequent use of the brakes. I forgot to mention that this car is available in either front or all-wheel drive. Now moving on to the Toyota Aqua, this car comes with a 1500cc 4-cylinder petrol engine plus an electric motor. Power is sent to the wheels via an ECVT and it's only available in front-wheel drive. Typical of Toyota hybrids, this car is very reliable. Toyota are the pioneers of hybrid technology, so this is a tried and tested system that has proven to be very reliable, and this has consequently earned people's trust. Without a doubt, it's a more reliable setup compared to the Fit hybrid that may be prone to issues due to the dual clutch transmission. Power in the Aqua is decent enough. When more power is needed, the engine and electric motor will work in tandem to give the much needed boost. But at low speeds, the electric motor will work in isolation to ensure maximum fuel savings. You can even engage EV mode, which is electric vehicle mode, to only drive the vehicle on electric power, but at lower speeds below 60 kilometers per hour. This car also features regenerative braking, so the brakes will not be used that much, especially in frequent stop and go traffic. In terms of fuel consumption, the Nissan Note e-Power can achieve anywhere between 25 to a maximum of around 37 kilometers per liter, which requires very careful driving to achieve that maximum of 37 kilometers per liter. You will have to really be light-footed to achieve such excellent figures, but generally 25 to around 30 kilometers per liter is still very good. That is motorcycle territory. The Toyota Aqua, on the other hand, can achieve almost similar figures, somewhere between 23 to around 35 kilometers per liter. So these two cars are almost neck and neck. They will both save you a lot of money when it comes to the pump, but the figures you get will always depend on three variants: how you drive, how much weight the vehicle is carrying, and also how well you maintain the car. The Nissan Note e-Power has a 41-liter fuel tank, while the Toyota Aqua has a slightly smaller 36-liter tank. As for the ground clearance, the Nissan Note e-Power is better, measuring in at 150mm, while Toyota Aqua around 140mm. Both vehicles fall below the recommended 165mm clearance, but still they are not badly off. It's only those oversized bumps that will pose a big challenge. Stopping is made possible by ventilated discs at the front in both cars, while at the back the Note e-Power gets solid discs and the Aqua gets drums. The Note e-Power is fast, so discs at the back suit it well to provide that strong stopping power. 1220 kgs is the carb weight of the Note e-Power, which is heavier than the Toyota Aqua, which measures in at 1134 kgs. And lastly, some of the extra features you can get in both vehicles include alloy wheels, fog lights, keyless entry and go, and cruise control. And in addition to this, the Note e-Power also offers a 360 degrees parking camera and a smart rear view mirror. So generally not bad at all. Now moving on to the exterior designs, I will say they both look okay. They are not striking in any way, but they don't look bad at the same time. They are just simple cars that have an inoffensive look. The Nissan Note e-Power looks bigger than the Toyota Aqua, meaning it should be more spacious in the interior, and it is indeed very spacious. That leads us into the interiors. The e-Power is among the most spacious compact hatchbacks you can get in the market currently. Space at the front and back is very good to accommodate even taller people. The dash design is simplistic and logically laid out. The glossy black treatments make it look a bit more premium, though it's also a dust and scratch magnet, and I bet with time the interior may look a bit too scratchy. It's a comfortable and well laid out dash design. The boot is spacious enough to accommodate a large suitcase and much more. So it's a very spacious and practical car. The same cannot be said about the Toyota Aqua, which is a bit too cramped up. At the front, it's not as spacious as the Note e-Power, but finding a comfortable sitting position is easy enough. At the back, it gets even tighter and will definitely not be that comfortable, especially for taller people on a long journey. Two adults of average height will be comfortable enough back there. It's not such a wide car, so for three people it will be a bit uncomfortable. Boot is again average at best. Not much can be accommodated back there. Generally, in terms of family use, the Note e-Power is the better car. The Aqua will feel a bit too limited in terms of space. That aside, the dash design is a bit more interesting compared to that of the e-Power, though some people may not like the center placement of the instrument cluster. That center position means it's not in the driver's line of sight, and this can be a bit distracting when driving. But that aside, it's not a bad design. At least it's not as basic as the one in the Nissan Note e-Power. So with that said, let's wrap up the video by talking about each hybrid's strong and weak points, beginning with the Nissan Note e-Power. As I said earlier, this is among the most spacious compact hatchbacks in the Kenyan market today. Even the fact that it's a hybrid, the batteries have not affected its practicality. So that is a major pro. Secondly, the fact that the maximum torque is available right from standstill due to the constant single speed is another pro. Overtaking will be a breeze, so you'll never have to plan for overtaking maneuvers. The moment you get some space, just press on the accelerator and off you'll go, but always be very careful when overtaking. Efficiency and the one pedal drive are other advantages. The brakes will last much longer due to their infrequent use. It also handles quite well due to the low placement of the batteries. So this ensures that there is almost no body roll, and it consequently improves the handling of this vehicle. Lastly, this car offers good value for money. For the price you pay, you get a spacious, efficient and feature-loaded car. Now on to the weaknesses. They are just two. The first one is the expensive cost of battery replacement, and this is a challenge that cuts across all hybrids and electric vehicles. The second one is the difficulty in reselling a hybrid car after a few years of usage due to the fear of limited battery life. Another thing worth noting is that the reliability of this Nissan Note e-Power will only be known with time. It's a very complicated setup, so let's wait and see how it will fare in the Kenyan market. Moving on to the Toyota Aqua. This is a very reliable hybrid. As I said earlier, it's a true tried and tested technology from Toyota. As long as you get a low mileage one, you can almost be guaranteed that it will serve you reliably for a good number of years. It's also a very efficient car, just like the Nissan Note e-Power. On to its weaknesses, it's very limited in terms of the interior space. It can be ideal for single people or maybe for a small family. Another con is the already mentioned expensive battery replacement, which, as I said earlier, is a common challenge with all hybrids. So with all that said, which one should you go for? The Nissan Note e-Power seems a better option. It's very spacious, efficient, affordable to buy, and offers some impressive features. So it would make a more reasonable choice. The Aqua, on the other hand, is also a very good option. especially if you are not so keen on space and practicality. It's a very reliable hybrid car that also offers very good efficiency. So which one will you go for? Do let me know in the comment section. Personally, I think I would go with the Nissan Note e-Power. Even if we introduce the Honda Fit Hybrid, this Note e-Power still seems like a more reasonable choice. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you have any inquiries, feel free to reach me via WhatsApp or email. Stay safe and see you in the next one. But before you go, please don't forget to subscribe for more informative content on cars as well as bikes. See you in the next one.